What's that saying? The two certainties in life are taxes and more taxes. So this entire area right here behind me that's covered in snow is one of our food forests. Going down the outside of the fence line here for the cows field is going to be another food forest. We've already started planting apple trees, and I think it's pear trees that have gone in here. In the woods behind me here, in these open sections, just off our trail, we've planted more Korean pines. Out in the front of the house here, as you can see, we've got another food forest that we've been working on as well. And then out the back of the house, where it is actually a bit easier to see some of the trees we've planted, we're doing another big food forest all the way over to the garden there. So one of the things we need to continue this is to buy more trees, more plants, more shrubs, more seeds for planting some more stuff. So I was recently sitting down at the computer looking at some different websites, different places, going through some Excel forms of some plants and trees and that sort of thing that we can order from some local places, because we want to add more trees over here as well, more plants, more shrubs, create more habitat, create more oxygen, create more, basically green up the planet and provide more food for ourselves. So while doing that, I came face to face with, you know, the thing that's always present, taxes. Now I get that some people like taxes, other people hate taxes. Personally, I'm not a big fan of them. So like I said, I'm not a big fan of taxes. I understand that we need taxes for certain things, like, you know, the military, the Coast Guard, doing search and rescue, helping people in natural disasters, all that kind of stuff. But I think as a country, we're definitely overtaxed. So I think it really gets me when the government tells us, you know, they're putting tax on bad stuff, that, you know, it's kind of just to discourage people from using it. So for example, you know, the carbon tax, because carbon's bad, and they want more people to become green. Okay, so why are you taxing plants and seeds? I'm actually kind of afraid to look at some of the bills and invoices and receipts we have from buying basically hundreds of trees and plants, trying to calculate how much tax we've paid on top of that. So again, one can argue that, you know, taxes are good because we need it to pay for certain things like roads and libraries and that sort of thing, which is all great, you know. But if I'm trying to green up the planet, I'm trying to green up my property, I'm trying to bring more oxygen, more food, more habitat for wildlife, why am I being taxed on that to pay for construction companies to build more roads and pave over what I'm trying to green up? So like I said, the government has told us that carbon is bad and we need to tax these things to try and get people away from using them and promote better, greener lifestyles. Well, okay, if taxing things that are bad promotes healthy habits, again, why are we taxing plants and seeds that people need to feed themselves? There's no tax on food from the grocery store, so why is there tax on seeds for me to grow my own food? And don't even get me started on income tax. So then I think we should all get together and basically, you know, tell the government we don't want tax on plants and seeds and things that are good for the environment that can, you know, promote more oxygen, habitat, and food. However, what I know from past history, being as old as I am and knowing the government, is that we can tell them to remove the tax from that stuff. And you know what'll happen? The government will tax us more. Do you know why? Because they need to set up a committee to study this problem and study, you know, what they can do to make it better for everybody. So of course they're going to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on that study and paying people to do that study and putting out reports. So 6 years down the road, they'll spend millions and they won't have taken any tax off our seeds and plants. But they'll tell us that, you know, the tax that we are paying for those seeds is going to a good thing, to promote more commercials, to tell other people that they need to buy trees and plants and seeds to green up the environment. So when I'm working on my property, one of the goals we actually set for ourselves is when we take trees down that are living, we want to try and replace it equally with another tree. It doesn't have to be the same tree, you know, so if we take down a pine that's crowded, we might plant an apple tree or a maple tree or a hazelbeak tree or a burnut tree. You get the idea. So basically we're almost trying to do a one-for-one exchange, which in my mind is a great idea. And obviously the government loves it too because, you know, they're getting more taxes. So if you're sick of paying taxes like I am on stuff that, you know, is healthy for the planet, healthy for the environment, trying to green up the area, do all the things that I said, you know, plants will do, let me know in the comments. And I'm sorry for a Monday morning rant, but just grab another coffee, fill it with some Baileys or Coeur de Bois. And you know, do what Canadians do. Complain about weather and the taxes. Talk to you soon, guys. Love ya.